complex situation. Hip hop has definitely been gentrified, in my opinion. I remember growing up, you know, and hip hop was an emotional therapy, a place to have space. You know, a lot of us who called each other geniuses in that area, you know, never got to hear those words in schools or in society. So it was a space. We were creating space. And our space, just like I grew up on Yesler, it is a gentrified neighborhood. And people are encroaching on our space.
Oh, Lord.
Right? We have no more places to go, or we're being told where to go. So I do feel at the end of the day, like, you know, yes, you know, you can't take the soul of black folks away. We're resilient. We're always going to have that in our music and our craft. And then at the same time, because of the capitalistic nature and the white supremacist nature of the music industry, right? To tell you the truth,
yes,
we never even really owned that form of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That it's been weaponized against us.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
So, you know, the emotional loss as well that comes with being waged war upon. You know, because gentrification is a war.
Ooh, yes, yes. Say that.
It's a tough one. So I don't really have a very easy one way to answer that. Some people call gentrification the beautifying of something, which the urban renewal of it, right?
Oh.
White folks have a lot of different explanations of why they can do certain things to you and make it sound really cool and cultural, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not really here today for that message, y'all. So I don't.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm the old school member of the crew up here, and so I have, you know, maybe a slightly different historical perspective. However, I think that both Nikita and Jason's views are correct. The exploitation, you know, I often ask myself as I look at the dynamics of the day, you know, the fact that I mentioned that I sit on this or steer this committee, and you know, when I was asked to sit on or to steer the committee and looked at the data again, and I said, damn, are we here again?
Yes.
You know, Malcolm X spoke to it, we spoke to it, and here 50, 60 years later, we're cycling back around again.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because gentrification is obviously nothing new, as you talked about. We've always been gentrified. But at the same time, Jason, our culture has survived. And so I agree with you that you may gentrify where we are, you may gentrify our community and change it to this beautiful thing that you want it to become and then occupy it. But the soul of the black community will never die.
Yes.
You know, the soul of black folks will not die. We have an enduring legacy and an enduring culture, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, as much as, you know, I remember when soul music was gentrified. You know,
Elvis Presley?
You started with Elvis Presley, who became the king, so to speak. And, you know, he got up on the stage and tried to move like, you know, Little Richard. He couldn't move like Little Richard, but he faked it. And so he was gentrifying rock and roll. Rock and roll was black when it first started. You know, when you think about soul music, and I think about, you know, they called them the white-eyed soul brothers. And I used to like the way they could sing. You know, the Righteous Brothers were their name, you know, which is another attempt to gentrify, you know, even our language, you know. But the soul of black folk continues to endure. It will never be, the culture will never be fully gentrified.
Yes.
In fact, as my work as a diversity consultant, as I've watched all of these various ways that where black folk occupy or where they live or our culture has been, they've attempted to gentrify our culture, but they did not want to. When I say they, I mean the powers that be have not owned our culture or embraced it.
Right.
Because if they had, we would still not be at the bottom of the heap.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go into an organization, I mean, I've worked for Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies, Fortune 50 companies. I'm talking about, you know, very large conglomerates, and who have hired us to help them to become more inclusive. And the one example that I will leave you with is that at the core of this inclusiveness is, as they attempt, or at least say that they want to be inclusive, and often that means, well, we want to hire more black people, we want to hire more Latino people, and we want to hire more women, we want to hire more people of color in general, and then we're going to include them. And the inclusion often from their perspective, and I continue to hear it today, is that in their mind, inclusion means that you can be included as long as you act like us, as long as you talk like us, you know. And so the angry black female or the angry black male, we're not angry. That's the way we communicate. That's the way we talk.
Okay.
When I say, God damn, you know, get off my back, doesn't mean that I'm angry. I'm just saying, you know, step away for a minute. You know? And so in corporate America, that's like, you can't say that. You can't act like that. You have to act like this. And so inclusion often means in those environments that you act white. And so there is the catch. You can't gentrify our culture because you don't like it.
They go last.
You don't want to be it. We've always been ostracized in that way. And so I agree with you that you can't gentrify a culture because they don't like it. And they want to make us, you know, they want to make it pretty. Like you said, like when they come into the community, they want to make it pretty and fashionable. Like they tried to, like they did in Harlem, like they did in Fillmore. And the catch for me, brother, I got to tell you, you just said it. You didn't hear what he said. I have a client, one of my clients is, and I guess I try not to say my client's name, but I'm working for the city of Berkeley, doing some new round of diversity training for them. And so I've been in and out of the Bay Area here recently. And when I saw East 16th Street in Oakland was gentrified, I said, oh boy, that's it. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, that's my perspective.
All right.
So